There are 2 inquiry commission reports.
Forget
You have
it.
not
We
read
don't
them.
want
Please
to talk
read
on
them.
secularism with the RJD at all.
Okay, fine. Talk with me.
Talk with me.
Okay. Come back. Manoj, let him complete, please. I asked the questions that he has the right to respond. Then I'm going to come back to Swapan Das Gupta and how sincere all this is.
Use your ignorance.
Fine. Okay, Mr. Manoj, don't. Let's not fight at a personal level. Devesh Chandra Thakur, the other 3 questions I asked pointed out how Nitish Kumar, when he had an opportunity to take a high moral position, refused to do so and chose to remain in power.
When in 2002, when the riots were happening in Gujarat, you remember there was no central government involvement in that.
Oh, come on.
It was a riot happening in Gujarat and the state, it was a law and order subject, that was a state subject.
You were sharing power with the BJP.
Like Atal Bihari Vajpayee himself.
He was railway
Prime Minister. He himself went there. Yeah, he was the railway minister. But it was...
Swapan Das Gupta.
You tell me, as I said...
No,
you tell me any riots happening in any state,
sir,
any central government resigning, any minister resigning in the center. That has never happened.
But you are not limiting Gujarat to a national level.
Bhagalpur riots, it was happening in Bihar, and the central government was also of the Congress. Who resigned over there? Because it was in the state, it was the responsibility of the state.
BHP,
sir, you could have no. One second. Swapan Das Gupta. No. One second. Censure motion vote. I remember the censure motion vote. If you were so outraged by the riots, Mr. Devesh Thakur, you should have not supported the NDA government during the censure motion vote in 2002. You had 6 MPs, but you could have taken a principled position. The kind of principled position you are taking now, Swapan Das Gupta, is this not a relevant question? Swapan Das Gupta, is it not relevant to go back into the past?
I'm just surprised, I'm just surprised on 2 counts. Number 1, it's 10 years, 11 years since the Gujarat riots. Much water has flown since then. I'm surprised that today, after 3 elections, or after 2 general elections, this issue is being brought about, is being resurrected on the issue of secularism, when the main issue really is the question of development, the record of the Congress party, etc. And you're bringing the entire question of 2002 back to the agenda. That's number 1. That probably is based on certain calculation. And the calculations are twofold. The first, I think we needn't go. There is a certain hunger for a minority vote, which so far has been cornered by the RJD in Bihar, and perhaps Nitish Babu wants that. Number two, which is far more, and I think here the BJP has something to answer. I quite believe that yes, Nitish Kumar has been fishing in the troubled waters of the BJP, partly because the BJP has actually given him that space to fish in. In other words, tomorrow, if the BJP is a little more categorical about who it is going to project as its leader, as opposed to Prime Minister, which happens, as Mr. Naresh Gujral quite rightly pointed out, happens really after the elections. But who it's going to project as its leader, I think the matters will be clarified. I think I would urge on national television that since a lot of people seek Mr. Advani to be the nominee, and there are a lot of people who seek Mr. Narendra Modi as the nominee, I think it is only fair that the BJP should poll the National Council and perhaps its supporters and find out who the actual preference is for. And I think this question will end once and for all with a pretty resounding mandate on one side. And
that's
I think
never going to happen.
Of raising one
that's
name,
never going to happen.
One name is really and therefore this issue is really a bogus one. You are going to be faced with one leader who you may like, who you may not like. Let the BJP clarify it and end the matter. Why linger? Why die a slow death till December? It's your own election campaign which is going to suffer. End it. Put a guillotine. End it.
Guillotine on whom?
Start on this particular alliance in Bihar. Because you don't seem to be able to get along. Because you want one person, the BJP seems to want another person.
Can I make two quick points?
Go and have a 3-way contest.
Yes, Mr. Gujral, can I draw you in on that? Is that how a political party should now decide, settle the issue? Do you think the BJP should get a little bit more emphatic? Surely you're not going to let the JDU decide who the head of the Shiromani Akali Dal is going to be.
Arnab, I'm very clear on one thing. This debate is neither about Nitish Kumar, nor Advani ji, or Mr. Modi. The debate is who will be the Prime Minister. And to be Prime Minister, NDA requires 272. We should project leaders who can maximize our numbers in the Lok Sabha. And even then, I have said this earlier, NDA will barely touch 225. We will still need the support of 50 people from outside. You can't decide your Prime Minister before and then ask others to come and join in. This decision has to be taken post-elections, when all the leaders of the present NDA and our prospective partners will sit together and decide who the Prime Minister of this nation should be.
There you are, Mr. Gujral just told you that your idea may be good in theory but bad in practice, that it's impractical.
Arnab,
no, one second. Swapan Das Gupta.
Very quick submission.
Swapan Das Gupta, that is Mr. Gujral. He said it's not a practical thing. It's a good thing to talk about. It's not practical.
I agree
what you're
with
suggesting.
Mr. Gujral. I agree with Mr. Gujral. I said, who is going to be your face? Let the BJP decide who its face, who is going to be its leader for the 2014 elections. Let it have a clarity on that count. Is it going to be Mr. Advani? Is it going to be Mr. Modi? What is the best way?
No, but then the JDU will complain.
Of the National Council.
The JDU will complain.
No. JDU will complain if Mr. Modi wins. Now, you can't have it both ways. But as Mr. Gujral is quite right, how the Prime Minister is going to be chosen is a completely different. If the BJP feels that it can maximize its yield, that it can put its best foot forward to defeat the Congress by having
Sankarshan,
whoever it is.
Sankarshan,
therefore, let that be. Let us know the relative weight. Let us know the relative weight of Mr. Advani and Mr. Modi in the party.
So you are saying it's a Advani-Modi fight?
We should have that.
You are saying it's a Advani-Modi fight?
But there is a contract. The various names are being juggled around. So let's get this clear. You just now quoted Mr. Yashwant Sinha as saying something. Tomorrow someone else will say something. So let's get that clarity totally. Let's see who the party prefers.
Can I make a quick point?
No, what if the decision...
End it once and for all.
Well, the decision is unlikely to be taken. Sankarshan Thakur, 1 minute. Sankarshan Thakur, what if the BJP...
Why continue? I can say I'm going to be... If I say Smriti is the best person, and no doubt she is extremely competent, more competent than certainly one of the candidates for the post. Then are you going to say make Smriti the face of the party?
I'm only interested.
It's not going to happen that way.
Smriti is distancing herself from this conversation. Smriti tonight is being politically correct on the issue. Smriti is maintaining a dignified silence on the subject.
And I think my national president has articulated it time and again, that this is a decision and the right of the parliamentary board.
No, Sankarshan...
For you to presume that the decision or the right of the parliamentary board will be observed by one individual.
Smriti, come on.
What is atrocious for BJP?
Smriti, what are you... Smriti, you are being told tonight you have a choice. Either you let this become the national spectacle of 2013, or you take a decision and move on. Because whether you like it or not, this becomes the national spectacle of 2013.
What kind of a decision will be taken, Arnab, like I said?
Spectacle.
Yes?
Will be done by the parliamentary board.
When?
Post which whatever discussion has to happen within the NDA forum shall happen.
No, when?
Won't happen on Newshour, but will happen.
Surely not on Newshour. I'd like it to happen on Newshour. When? 8 months and 1 day from now.
And
where did you get the timetable from?
Smriti this question, because Smriti can't answer that. I'm asking the leadership of the BJP, please exercise your choice. See who's got the relative weight on their side. Who's the real tiger and who's the paper tiger.
Absolutely.
You see, I'm just being realistic tonight, and Sankarshan is after being cautious in his initial observation, Sankarshan has decided to stick his neck out. Yes, Sankarshan.
Why do you keep saying cautious? I was just being commonsensical, Arnab. All I'm saying is agreeing with Swapan that I think it is good for the BJP to clarify what is actually a very clarified situation within the BJP. I think they should just name Narendra Modi as their face. And of course the Prime Minister will be decided on the number as they fall out post-election. But the face, I think Sopan is not saying this, but in a contest between Narendra Modi and Advani within the BJP rank and file cadres, I don't think there is any confusion on who is going to weigh heavier.
No, but as a Congress leader said,
I think from the outside that the BJP is losing time. The BJP is losing precious time.
No, a Congress leader says that, a political election or a prime ministerial race is not a beauty contest. You can't go around, make 3 speeches and declare yourself to be prime minister. They were being condescending, but that's what they were saying.
But I don't.
You can't be born into a family.
Congress leaders can say what they have to. BJP leaders can say what they have to. JDU leaders can say what they have to. The point is.
Sorry, Mr. Thakur.
Parties have to take decisions. And parties like the BJP or the Congress are not sort of babes in the wood. They will know when the right time is. If they're losing, according to me, the BJP is losing time in not naming Mr. Narendra Modi as their face for the next election. Frankly.
Shakti Singh Goyal, what is the Congress? Do you believe now, sitting in Ahmedabad, that since you've been entrusted the responsibility of limiting Narendra Modi to Gujarat, that you would have failed to do so? After what has happened over the last 1 week?
There's lots of difference between NDA and UPA. There is no controversy within UPA about any person. Here within NDA there is a problem. The JDU is with NDA and JDU has a problem with Narendra Modi.
Yeah, but JDU is not coming to you. Why are you getting so excited about what's happening between the JDU and the BJP?
I do not know.
No, we are just.
I do not know who the UPA's candidate for Prime Ministership is in 2014. There is a lot of confusion. There is a lot of confusion in the UPA. Don't tell me there is no confusion in the UPA.
But there is no problem with any alliance.
There may not be a problem because you have a certain way of deciding things. You have a top-down command.
In UPA, we have lots of alliances. No alliances is saying X, Y or Z. Let me finish.
Who are you trying to delude?
Mr. Shankar Sen, just
other than yourselves.
Shankar Sen, I heard you. Let me finish. Shankar Sen, I heard you. With any alliance of UPA,
please do.
Is not objecting any person. Is there any voice from any political party which is joining hand with UPA that if Mr. X is a prime ministerial candidate, will have a problem? No.
They are just leaving
because in
one
UPA
by one.
Or within Congress, we do not have any leader like Modi who is tinted, whose development plan is questionable. Even Smriti Irani once has opposed Modi. She is smart enough to change her stand and today she is defending. But the Modi's development plan cannot be acceptable. In Gujarat, if someone is saying, why you are opposing Modi, but Modi has won thrice. But why don't you forget that when Modi was not here in 1990, in Keshubhai's leadership, when there was the election, we were just 32 from Congress. We were 32 MLAs. I was one of them. Today we are 61. So number of Congress MLAs during Modi's tenure is double.
One to Smriti.
Yes, you can say that Modi got elected thrice.
Arnab,
doesn't mean that Modi's magic is working here. Modi's development plan is working.
Unless the Nitish Kumar comes and works with you, I don't know why the Congress is getting excited about what's happening between Narendra Modi and JDU. No, she made a point to Smriti Irani. To be fair, for the second time he's made that point. And I think, Smriti, you should respond this time. No, I think you should respond this time. Because you are being accused of political convenience by Shakti Singh Goyal in your support to Narendra Modi.
If I was to respond to every cheap shot that congressmen make on various TV channels, then I would waste precious time which can be dedicated to issues of development. It's very rare for me and Shankar Sen to agree. And tonight I agree when he says Mr. Gohil is under some kind of a delusion. For him to say that there is absolutely nothing controversial about the UPA, possibly he should have looked at the Times Now presentation as to how the CBI was pressured to water down a report with regards to the coal gate. Possibly he should reflect on the fact that Mulayam
can I
Singh
come in
Yadav has
here?
openly said that the Congress
If I can.
misuses CBI. He should also reflect on the fact that Mulayam Singh's party does indicate that one of the union cabinet ministers happens to be a drug
Now
addict.
she will not
So there are many
respond to your
controversies
question.
with regards to how
Arnab,
No, that is,
today.
with how the DMK is also left the Congress-led UPA.
that's our next debate. That's our next
So,
debate.
like I said, rare for me,
Is
That's-
this the
rare for me
Arnab,
to
Because
agree
she
to
will-
what
she is
Shankar
trying
Sen
to run
says
away
on your
from the
channel.
reality.
Well,
But
I,
definitely Mr. Gohil is living under delusion,
Arnab.
and that is partly a reason why he lost the Gujarat State Assembly elections.
well, Mr.
We shall keep these occasions rare, Smriti.
Well, I tonight,
Absolutely.
tonight, I thank you, ladies and gentlemen.